Welcome back. In person. Top of the agenda. Has everyone had a chance to review the transcripts and the meeting minutes from May 14th and June 1?
I reviewed them both. I have no comments, and therefore move that we waive the reading and approve the minutes. Second.
Well, you're right on it today. All in favor? Aye. All right. Jody, let's slide over to you real quick. Bring us up to speed.
Sweeping is done.
You can sit there.
Done. Mowing has been started. Tractor's been ordered. The salt shed. How are we
Yes.
coming with any of that?
We're good as far as what we need to do. I need to sit with you and can look at the final placement based on the plans that we have put together. The what I can't get an answer from right now is the people at DASNY on the grant side of things. They're not working, so there's no communication. I have another. I'm doing work with another municipality that also has a grant that's pending. All the paperwork is in, and I can't get anyone to return calls on that. So until we can get a sense of where we are, and hopefully when they get back to work, they'll follow up with everybody. Then we can kind of move forward on that. So we have a little bit of time, not a whole lot of time. I'd love to get it done before the winter.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when we start putting sand up in
Yep.
September or so.
September,
so
right.
I was just kind of looking at that, see what we're at there, because they used all the blocks around our salt
I saw that.
currently on Becker Road. We got 6 culvert pipes all done over there. It's been gravelled up. I'm going to let it compact and shooting to pave about mid-August.
Okay, good.
On that, we started doing our grading and all that good stuff. Tractor's been ordered that you approved last month, so I guess we're on our way.
Anything else?
Yeah, if you can find me a driver, it'd be great.
I don't know any.
The 2 people that I had as far as part-time that might have been interested or got jobs, so.
Okay. In the highway vein, I had a couple complaints for along Nunnery Road for the trimming that was done. So I spoke with the commissioner of the DOT at the county, and they're going to come out, just so you know, and actually use a chainsaw now and clean up the mess they made on both sides of the road all the way down through there, and actually remove the limbs from the ditches that they ditched and dumped in there, and get that done before they go ahead and then resurface that road or a portion of that road later this summer. So that was good. So that was a little bit of progress because they had the bat wing up in the treetops.
They trimmed it hard,
Yeah.
no doubt.
So that we got squared away and made some residents along that road at least a little more satisfied with. At least let's go back there and try and clean the trees up and make it look a little bit better than it does now. So additionally, also spoke with Marty. They are going to go ahead and close Steep Road Hill, Churchill Road, probably within the next 2 weeks. The boat launch is getting close to being complete. They want to get the barricades up and the road closed prior to the launch opening, so we don't have any people trying to venture down there with a boat. So he's going to kind of coordinate, give me a call. He'd like to meet both of us out on site probably next week, just to decide how far past that last home on the right to put the barricades. Make sure you have enough room to turn around in the winter or whatever, and just to go over and walk through it. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. I'll let you know as soon as I get a date from him. He said it probably would be in the morning, sometime next week. Okay, any questions?
Any idea what these barricades are going to look like?
It's going to be a Jersey barrier and probably some signage. Concrete. Yeah, you're really going to have to try hard to get through it or around it, which is the point. Okay.
Jody, were any of the gravel bills to go against chips, or are they all just for your regular road?
Regular road repair.
Perfect, thank you.
I'll have to get with you, Tom, to figure out how to do that part of it, put things against chips and any of that. I see it was, some of the money was released. I'm getting conflicting reports that there might be like a 20% cut in any of that funding. What I could see on the website, so far the emergency winter recovery and chips and Pave New York look to be the same as it was last year on what I've seen.
Yeah, I received communications that wasn't going to be affected, but I think it's all subject to,
Oh, definitely.
to potentially being adjusted.
Well, I actually saw the letters from the regional representative for Onondaga, this area, and he said he wasn't giving any advice to any of the highway superintendents on what to do. I saw one from Madison County out of Utica, and that one said that he suggested that you spend all of your EWR and your Pave New York as soon as possible, because the first billing cycle is July 1st to get paid in August, and then September to get paid in October, but they haven't actually released those dates on the website yet, so. That's kind of what everybody's recommending. It doesn't look like it's going to be reduced below 80%, and most of my towns, and I believe your town, would be able to absorb the 20% of chips. So, my recommendation would be to, as soon as the bills are firmly established, that we get the work done, to get the bill paid and the cancel check back before the submittal time, which would probably be the end of August.
Well, it's all of our paving stuff is scheduled mid-August, so
Okay.
we're probably going to miss out on early
That's going to be tough, because then we'll be out that money until December, so.
till
We
December.
may have to have a special meeting. I know that Sucoat is if you're using Sucoat,
Yep.
they've been very good about getting the billing out the next day, and they'll
It'll be all right.
approve the check, and the salesman's been coming out, picking the check up and getting it. Yeah, so it's kind of benefiting both of us.
Okay.
Okay.
I got
Perfect.
one other thing now that I happen to think about it.
Yep.
On the 284 form, I put down on Bacchus Road about oil and stone. That road is not ready for that. I want to do a bunch of trimming on there. I'd like to change that to the paved Merle Road. We've got saved $3,500, I believe it was, in oil money. The price has gone down that far.
Yeah.
So we were able to do that, and it's not going to increase or go over what was mentioned on the
Wasn't that
284.
the total amount? That's not an issue with doing that. That's just, the amount. We approve the total amount. You have what you want to get done, just like in years past. If we can get more done, because of however the cost of the paving comes in, we do more. So
Okay.
shifting
right.
over.
I just
don't see
wanted
an
to
issue.
make sure it was all right, that it wasn't going to go on that road. It was going to go to another one. That's
Okay.
all. That's about the only difference.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think
Okay.
I'm all set.
Moving back over to the left side of the agenda, approval for abstract number 6. Lisa, we got that kicking around somewhere? 'Cause I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, I remember where it is. Was the bill for this account, is that when I did the abstract?
Has everyone had a chance to look at, does everyone have copies of this?
It was emailed.
It was emailed?
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone have any issues or any questions with any of the items on the abstract? Total claims of $25,571.
These are the bills we just went through.
Yes.
Yes.
I have no problem, move that we approve the abstract.
I'll second that. All in favor? Tom, back over to you for the May supervisor's statement. Let's see here.
That should be on the back side of your report, I hope. So kind of a quiet month for town clerk fees, as we'd expect, but she more than made it up to the next round, so. Interest rates, at the end of May, we were down to 0.42%. We were at 1.5 at the beginning of the year. But if we were still just with the local bank, we'd be 0.02%. So we're not doing that badly in comparison. highway fund, we did sell the other truck, and our highway sale of equipment, our surplus is now at $38,000 on that line item. So we are in great shape. We got a little surplus there. Not a whole lot of other things coming in, and spending was actually pretty quiet. General abstract number 5, a big chunk of that was for the engineering for the 2 road projects going on. And it was quiet. You'll see down the final payment under capital development fund, that was the final payment for the Moon Hill project, I believe. So
Yep, it was.
up there. That one was done. Other than that, I don't think I had a whole lot to tell you about. I did have one transfer from contingent to engineering to cover the bill there last month. So we would need a motion for the report and a separate motion for the
I'll make a motion to approve the May supervisors report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And what's the transfer? Did you say 10?
$10,000 from contingent to engineering.
I'll make a motion to transfer $10,000 from contingent to engineering.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And I think the bank reconciliation also.
It's around? Yep. That's all set. You want to make
It
it?
is over here with me.
Lisa, when you go to do the transcripts,
Yes,
are you able to recognize everybody's voice?
Yes, sir.
I move that we approve the bank reconciliation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 2019 departmental audits. We have the clerk, town clerk, and the tax collector.
Yep.
Yes, I can.
Lisa printed out for me because I don't have a printer at home, the forms. So I just said we'll get those filled out and then we can do it next special meeting
Okay,
next week.
next
All
week.
done with it and everything. I thought I could fill it on the computer, but alas, it's not an editable document. So.
So I do have the, this is the town justice court
Clerk.
one. You have the
I have the
clerk.
Yeah.
Chris did the court,
Yeah.
correct?
And that's the one you have.
And that's the one I have here. So we can go through this right here. Chris, did you have no issues with the audit?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
And even the last documented, like that, the last recorded receipt, the last recorded deposit, all that stuff, he's super.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris, you want to make a motion to
I
approve?
make a motion that we approve the audit for the court.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Back over to the agenda.
CJ dropped off the one for the tax
Oh,
collector.
perfect.
Brought it in this evening.
Okay. CJ, no issues? Okay.
Excellent tax collector.
Okay.
Worth the weight in gold. Good tax collector's hard to find. Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the audit of the tax collector.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Lisa, is there another top page of that kicking around somewhere?
Yeah, he only gave me the 2 pages,
Okay.
I think.
You want that?
Yes, please.
Because she didn't have a copy.
All right, there we go. There we go. Perfect. So we'll do town clerk will be next week. Town campus modifications, like I said earlier, getting with Jody on placement of the salt shed. Sliding down to Bridge, New York. We have a special meeting scheduled for, Lisa, remind me? Next Thursday, right? 7? Or
Yeah, 7 p.m., I believe, is what I advertised. 18th at 7.
So one of the things that we needed to kind of figure out was we have a list of all the properties immediate to the project that we were going to send out a notification of the public meeting. And also, we thought it was a good idea to ask for questions and feedback ahead of time that someone could read. And then, again, the way it is in a public hearing, we don't have to address them. But if someone has an opinion for, against, whatever, we want to give the public a chance to be able to be heard. However, with where we are possibly getting into next week, we'll have to see if we could have, 50% of the capacity of this room in attendance. Either way, we're still going to, live stream the meeting, send out basically the letter notification and ask for questions back to maybe to my email ahead of time. And then beyond that, any other suggestions, Jim?
Okay, so this public meeting,
So this is a public hearing. We've already done a public hearing for the seeker for the Spafford Landing project. And then the Bridge New York folks had a requirement within their approval process for us to do another public hearing. So essentially, we're doing the exact same process we did before. We're going to notify some people. The public can participate, and just the participation's a little bit different because of, obviously, the situations around how we're trying to deal with, can we have people here?
So if phase 3 allows you to have 50% capacity, then you'll be fine. And even though you're streaming, live stream, it's technically not a virtual meeting.
Right,
Because it's open, this building is open to the public.
right.
So we don't have to create a transcript.
Could you, I mean, this was just thinking out loud in case we can't have 50%, could you have a chat feature on, I mean, I know that we can get into issues about who's putting stuff in there, but would a chat feature be an option where they can type in questions as public hearing goes on?
Potentially.
That's not part of the executive order. Doesn't mean we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if, say we can't have 50% capacity here for whatever reason, or, I mean, even if we can have 50% capacity, some people might not feel comfortable yet, even
Yeah.
coming out and into the,
Ideally, we'd be able to have someone call in, like on a, that would be the easiest thing, but just the way our phone system's set up, we can't really accommodate like a lot, like having people on hold, a bunch of people, really, right?
You can get 1, 2, 3.
You get 3 people on hold,
You
so
could do a Zoom meeting.
I could, and I could open it up to anybody.
Yeah. You get, for Zoom, it's 100 people, and then for GoTo, it's 250
Yeah.
people, so. But that could get unruly.
that went super well, nothing.
I'm guessing people who would be interested are the ones who live on that road.
Right, which we're going to get a letter out to them, and basically,
How far up and down the road will the letter go to?
it's basically the whole road, I think. It's like 30, is it, no, 15?
16, 17, 18. 29.
29, so it's most of the road, I would think.
This is 7 PM on the 18th?
Yes.
I would hazard the guess that when people get that letter, they'll find me and
Yeah. And if they have questions or comments, they can submit them to us at that point, and I'll read them, that's fine. And that, if that's, what they're comfortable with, and then if we find out that, in fact, we could have 50% capacity, obviously, they're welcome to, to come here.
What is capacity of this thing?
That's over there on the wall.
Yeah, we're like looking for that.
closer to
81.
Yeah, so,
So I guess 40 is the
40.
next number, unless they bring a kid.
so. Okay?
that says 24.
Now we can start a line like they had in Marshall.
That's for, now it's for court.
Yeah.
That's for court.
Okay.
The situation, for meeting situations, it's at 81, depending on the use of the room.
Okay, moving on. Any other questions on Bridge New York stuff? So we're there, we're essentially at the finish line. We go have this public meeting, we can put our documents, which are ready, out to bid, and then schedule that project for, it'll be another fall project that we'll be racing to get it in the ground prior to the snow flying. So that's the way it's going to work out.
I have a quick question
Yes.
regarding the letter to the residents. You want the letter that Doug Miller prepared? You want the mini letter I scribbled out?
I was good with the mini letter.
Okay, I
And
didn't
then-
prepare him with too much info.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And then once that's ready, you can send me the PDF. I can sign it digitally and just get it back to you.
I haven't changed it from what I originally sent you. So
Well, then
just
I'll
put
sign it and get it back to you.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, moving on. No assessor this evening. I guess the only update on that is they are going around. They're doing the property by property inventory. That's going well. Not having really any issues with the public. Everyone is maybe curious, they come out and ask, they go through it, not really any pushback, so that's moving along as planned, just a little bit delayed on the start. Lisa, town clerk's report.
Starting to pick up a little bit, folks are coming back into town, want to get out of their houses, I think. So fishing licenses and minor sales, we're all free on stickers. The data search is, that is when an agency contacts us and wants us to search their building department files, our building department files for any violations, et cetera. They want the background on the property. We charge them a little bit of money. Temporary registration forms came in, and transfer station got really busy, so we're $4,149.17 in May.
What about permits down for Bordano Landing? Yeah, anyone?
We haven't gotten any of those yet this year.
Okay.
Oh, they're already had a week.
Is there a list of the temporary rentals, the people who are registered?
Howard and Kim have it. I don't know if they make it public. I don't know what they do with it.
I know a lot of neighbors on my neck of the woods who rent their houses. I'm just curious of whether they pay their, they get paid.
Check with Kim and Howard. They would know better than I. I don't necessarily see them all.
Yeah.
Okay, code enforcement. Let's see here. Where's the code report? Lots of activity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 permits. And then CO is issued, temporary, and then 3 others. Pool, pole barn, and then 2 new residences. So very active in the code department for sure. Building department. Planning board, they have a meeting scheduled for this month, correct? It's
Yes.
25th.
25th?
Yes, we pushed them out a week.
Okay. So 6:25, so Jim, you'll be on tap for that.
I will be, yep.
I will be here giving a lesson on how to flip the switch, if people want to view that, and then also how to get some documents up on the screen.
Great.
ZBA, I believe, has nothing on the agenda, possibly next month. We'll see how that gets refired up moving forward. Colebrook Valley Cemetery plot map, that's still in my court. I'm failing on that miserably. I need to get that to you guys. Bordano Cemetery will be surveyed and updated by the end of this month, so we'll have that in July, so we can go and cross-check that back against the plots we've sold and have something to move forward with, Lisa, so we'll have that wrapped up then. No update yet from Fesco Farms. We probably should check in with Howard and Kim just to see what the schedule is on that one and if they're going to restart in the next month or so. And then moving over to new business, transfer station bids. So our contract, as our current contractor has informed us many ways, email, a couple letters I received that they will be complete end of the month, and probably will not be bidding again. So we need to have schedule the bid opening in a manner that we can give the new hauler enough time to get up to speed for our first Saturday in July. There's not a big window there between kind of when we want to open bids, have the bidding period, and then get someone new on board. So I think I tossed out a date of, I feel like it was that Monday.
June 29th.
I think so, maybe.
The first Saturday is actually July 4th.
Which we're going to be closed on July 4th. Didn't we say we were closed on?
Saturday.
Yeah, so we're closed. That gives us a little time, actually. So if we open bids on the 29th of June, the first time they would be expecting to haul, which days do they pick up, Jody?
Usually on Tuesday.
So they could pick up the 7th potentially, and then we would have the 8th, the 11th, and then they'd be
Well,
into
yeah,
the schedule.
think about a alternative date for the 4th of July, though.
And they're going to have to get the containers there.
Yeah, they're going to have to act quickly.
Yeah.
When has Kinsella talked about pulling their stuff out of there or anything like that?
Zero communication.
Okay, that's something we're going to have to probably logistically, talk with them and come up with a plan of when we want them to pull the stuff out there, when they're last. Contractually, they're obligated to the 30th of June. So I would think at a minimum, on the 30th of June, they'd be going in there, pulling their stuff out full, getting rid of it, and then we should have new stuff coming in shortly thereafter.
But if we have the Monday, Wednesday, Saturday schedule, then July 1st would be the Wednesday. And my guess is that we ought to put up a sign that says, not the first week of July. Right, and that because of July 4th, it won't be on that Saturday either, so the first transfer station day in July would be the day, but not until after the 4th.
Monday should be a 6th.
Monday the 6th then, would be the first July day.
So next week is, we said, is the, what date? Next, our meeting?
18th. Would we be better to have a special meeting on the following Thursday, the 25th, instead of the 29th? Would be after a couple of days?
Except we pushed the planning board already once to the 25th.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could go a different time, but we need to get, did we drop is everything out to bid yet? It's
No,
not,
we don't
because we
have
do
a
a
return
resolution.
date.
We have a return date.
The date
All right.
tonight before we can release the bid.
So, tonight is the 11th. What date, when would it go in the paper, Lisa?
It
Yep.
won't show in the paper until the 24th.
Okay, that's not good, the 24th. Now, we can put it up on like a couple different plan rooms. And we can send it directly we have a list, Jody provided us with a list, so we can send it directly to all those people. So I'm less concerned with when it gets out there, as long as we get the information to all the people that we have listed.
I think a lot of them might want to do a walkthrough, being a special situation up there. So I know the fellow from Syracuse Hall has suggested that we do some type of a walkthrough with it.
I don't see how we take the bids and before the 29th or the 30th, practically, from a time frame standpoint. Have the walkthrough the week of the 22nd. Something, pick a day during that week. Most guys are going to be waiting to the end anyway, so the 25th, 26th, 24th, somewhere in that time frame would probably work. They'll get their numbers together and then submit the bids on the 29th. Any other thoughts? We can't go past that, really.
Feels like we have to.
If we get bids,
Yeah.
it'd be hell to pay if nobody bids.
Is there any reason we couldn't enter into a temporary agreement with with Kinsella? We could extend them. We could ask for a number to extend for a month.
Sure.
So, all right. So I need to do that. So let's do that. Get that in place. Number one, see if we can get that in place so that we're covered for July if we need to be. Still open bids on the 29th. Have a walkthrough the week of the 22nd. Does that make sense? So we'll have to have a special meeting to open bids on the 29th. Yes, no?
Yeah.
Right?
That's what, Tuesday it looks like?
It's a Monday.
Monday.
Oh, Monday.
Yeah, ignore
Okay.
those.
Oh, I was looking at
We have enough time to advertise for that normally and everything? Okay.
So we'll have the special meeting Monday, night of the 29th.
The bid opening, yep.
At 7 o'clock?
We can go at any time, and we could go earlier if we want to. There's no reason to wait till 7.
Yeah.
It's up to,
We can
it's
do
up to,
6, that works for me.
how about 6?
6 is fine.
You still have that list, right, Chris? with the knowledge?
It's right here, yeah, Lisa has it.
Planning board is here that night as well.
Not the 29th.
Not?
The planning board's not here on the 29th, that's a Monday.
Planning board on 25th.
No.
Correct.
Third time.
25 for planning.
And then we will schedule a walkthrough, we just need to pick a walkthrough date. Jody, this is more you than me.
Right, any day would work for me.
We just gotta pick one though, because we want to put it in the notice.
3 meetings.
I don't have a calendar in front of me.
So the 24th is a Wednesday, the 25th is a Thursday, the 26th is the Friday before the bids are due.
June 26th at 9 in the morning.
Okay. Okay.
Good, yeah, I
Good.
got 29th for the bid opening, 26th at 9 a.m. for the walkthrough.
Okay, so we need a motion stating that.
Set a time for the bids in case they're hand delivering one.
6 p.m.
You want them at 6 or do you want it before?
Since we don't have office hours on Monday, let's let people bring them in, hand delivered by, they have to be date and time stamped by 6 o'clock. I guess I'll volunteer to show up early. So if they want to drop them off, they can drop them off.
So I move that we release the transfer station bid specifications with a bid opening to be scheduled at a special town board meeting to be held on Monday, June 29 at 6 p.m. Bids have to be received by 6 and time stamped by 6 p.m.
There'll be
on that day.
and in addition, there'll be a walkthrough at the transfer station on June 25th, which is a Thursday, 9 a.m. at the transfer station. We probably should throw the address in there, just so people don't get lost.
Wouldn't that be on the bid specs? Actually, maybe it's not on the bid specs.
I know it says 1984. I don't know if the actual address of the transfer station is on there. Probably not. Yeah, there may not be one. Over yonder there hill.
41, you'll see it, and that's what we always tell people.
Should put a sign up front that says you are here.
I looked at a pile of mattresses.
Yeah.
I don't think I heard a second.
I'll second.
Okay. Hannah seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We had a request from our cemetery manager to amend the cemetery rules to give him kind of a minimum notification prior to a burial, which makes sense. We didn't really put it in there, and I guess we've gotten caught out a couple times on very short notice. So the recommendation is minimum time notification of 4 days ahead of a burial date. Any issues with that? Any discussion?
Is that long enough?
Makes sense.
He's
I mean,
asking for 4 days, so
Too
it's.
short on the family. Is it too long? I don't know. How soon do you bury someone?
It depends on
I-
the religion.
yeah, I
There are
guess.
some religions where you need to be buried within 24 hours.
Okay.
But
I guess we'll have to cross that bridge if we get one of those.
I just didn't know if 4 days was like a long period of time to have.
It's
to
about
wait.
I think that's
Okay.
it's about a reasonable time frame if that
Back when
you would
we used to
know.
have calling hours and everything like that, it allowed that, but now we're just like ramped up. It's, plus they're backed up in a lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
places.
that's true.
In
That's so tough, that.
and again
They
we
call them 3 days and they please with them if you feel differently than calling them the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, 24 hours.
Or phrase it as a request as opposed to must have.
so this is something we can amend in our normal rules because we had our rules as that, so we can just make a motion to amend the rules to request notification of recommended 4 days prior to scheduling the burial date to notify the cemetery manager. Made that motion, I guess. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Lisa, anything else on your notes over there that we did not go over yet?
I don't think so.
I can pop over to some more COVID issues. Jim, have you guys received any guidance for courts with plexiglass screens around the judge or different barriers? Have you seen anything come through?
Yeah.
And or town clerk, we talked about maybe having to do something in here as well to put some barriers at the desk.
I don't think there's any executive order regarding barriers.
That's mandating, like,
It's up to us if we want to put up a barrier. I haven't been paying attention to the courts because that's by order of the Court of
right.
Administration.
And then
I
it,
noticed that at least it does have a drive-up window, which is nice.
Yeah.
Walk-up window, but, yeah, I think you guys should have plexiglass over
Yeah.
here where the public stands
Mhm.
and communicates with the clerk. But that's not by order, it's not by,
Executive order.
executive order, but it is the standard in the industry. That's what everybody's doing.
and then in terms of sanitation, I know we have, some hand sanitizer right here at the door. I'm wondering if it doesn't make sense to have one at every door and actually get like the wall-mounted sanitizer. Have we can look into that, or do we want to just go with?
There should be a hand sanitizer out there too.
There is.
Okay,
There's
for the
a.
public.
Yep.
And I think I sent you folks a copy of the sign. I don't know, did you put that up, the one that I
It's
sent?
smaller, but it's on the door.
It's on the yeah.
I have all kinds of
I have a
stuff on the door.
source for the plexiglass thing, if you can't find them.
Yep.
That's pretty recent, it showed up in like 3 days. or something.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll take a look at it. You have a couple different ways to go out there. So both addressing the wanting to stop the public anyways versus also coming up with the screen. I'm just wondering if it doesn't make sense just to throw up a partition and put, basically with a door. So then we capture the public and have a little bit of safety, and then we have a window that, just a normal window in the partition. That probably might be long term. That would be a better solution for the function of it. So I could reach out to a few people, local contractors, and see if they give us a number to, put up a wall and drop a window in it and put a door in, and that way we would have a way to not have people wandering back through like they tend to do, and we can get rid of our bench. That's the current barricade.
You'll have to have some way of making sure that no more than one person is in that little cubby hole at one time.
Yep.
Well, if they're related, like from air license and stuff, that's allowed.
Everybody in this town's related.
They are where I live too.
Okay. Well, at this point, I don't think there's anything else to discuss, so I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All right, thank you.
Phew.
We make the meetings fast and we have to wear the masks.